Hi everyone, this is Shlomo Arel here with Kale Realty, your preferred real estate agent. And today I have with me Adriana Deaconu with American Family Insurance. And you all know you must have insurance when you buy a home. Not just because the mortgage company makes you, but also because you would like to protect your home. So Adriana, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for coming, Shlomo.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here at your office. And yeah, pretty much like I said, beside the mortgage company, when you buy a house, the mortgage company will ask you to buy an insurance. If not, they will provide you with one. But beside that, why do we really need insurance?
Well, anybody should have insurance, no matter if, they are forced by the mortgage company or not to have it, because, it's a big investment that it would be maybe the biggest investment you make in your life.
Right.
So, you want to make sure that this investment is protected.
Right.
A lot of things can happen. Could be fire, lightning, windstorm, explosion, smoke, vandalism, theft, falling objects, weight of snow, freezing. So all those things can damage your house pretty bad. So if you don't have coverage, then you're left to fix it out of your pocket, and that could be, hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, and good luck for all your savings and more to go.
Right, so that's pretty no-brainer.
No-brainer. It's true. Yeah, and going into, so obviously when you buy, some people would buy investment property, some people will buy condos, some people will buy houses. What is the main difference between buying insurance for a house or insurance for a condo, pretty much?
Well, they're a little bit different, because when you buy a house, you have to insure the dwelling itself.
Right.
You want to make sure that the dwelling is covered for replacement cost, whatever the amount needed to, rebuild the house in case, God forbid, burns down. We did have, in my 20 years experience, unfortunately, we had a few situations when the house is burned down, and that's really unpleasant to go through. But, luckily there was the right coverage in place, so the house got rebuilt and the personal property got replaced. And it's not fun to go through that. Of course, it's a hassle, but if you have the coverage, then at least you're gonna get back to where you were. So on the homes, as I said, you need to insure the dwelling plus your personal property plus liability. All those comes in a package policy. But there are, optional coverages that don't come in the basic policy. So those are the ones that you should be aware of and make sure they're included.
Right.
Talk to your agent or check your policy. But we're talking about the difference. So condo insurance, basically you only insure walls in. So the dwelling is covered by the master policy of the association. So the cost of condo insurance is less because you don't have to insure the dwelling. You just insure...
You don't have to insure the roof and the brick outside, where in a house you have to insure pretty much even your yard, I would say. Yeah. Okay.
So basically that's the major difference. Other than that, they're pretty similar. So you still need personal property insurance. You still need to insure everything that's came with your unit, your appliances, your countertops, your fixtures, everything. It's your responsibility.
Yeah, even the flooring. And you did mention, personal property, which is not covered in your regular insurance. Well, some of it covered. So give us more.
Right. So regular personal property like furniture, clothing, electronics, they're covered. But if you have any valuables like jewelry or furs or expensive oriental rugs or art or collectibles, stuff like that, those it's strongly recommended to be scheduled. So you will need an appraisal for jewelry from a jeweler, or you need to provide some kind of documentation to show what the value is of those personal property, and then they would be added on your policy as scheduled items.
Okay.
So if anything happens, water damage, theft, then you would be properly covered.
Okay, so pretty much if you're getting married and you bought a very nice ring for your wife,
make sure that's covered.
Exactly, because
that would be covered even in the case that you lost it.
Oh.
That's also covered. So
Okay.
yeah, it's really important because that's
Like you
it's
said,
also
like
a big
that.
investment. Your
Yep.
engagement
Well,
ring
yeah,
most of
it's
the time.
beside your wife, which is the first investment, and then okay, very good. So you have the you have the condo, you have the house. Each one of the insurances cover different things. Obviously, in a house you have a lot more, and then you have the personal property, which is your own stuff. I would say, your
Right,
TVs,
belongings,
belongings and everything. Perfect. And now, from my experience with insurance. The insurance, there is the standard insurance that covers the standard things, like you mentioned, the inside the dwelling, but then you have like optional policies.
Right, there are like optional endorsements that could be added to the policy.
Okay.
And it's very good to be aware of those. And
What is it? What examples you have? Like, what's your optional policies are?
So one of the biggest one that we get questions on all the time, and some people are not aware of it.
Okay.
Is sewer backup and sump pump overflow.
Okay.
So that could cause your basement to flood in case of very heavy rain, or the sewer is backing up and it's clogged, or whatever the reason. And if you don't have this endorsement on the policy, then there is no coverage for fixing the dwelling, the drywalls, the floor, and for your personal property either. Okay. So this endorsement is separate. You have to make sure it's added on the policy. It's got different limits, so make sure there is enough limit for whatever your personal property is worth in the basement.
Okay, and I would add something that's also for condos, townhouses, and houses, because you do have condos that have a duplex down. Correct. That pretty much saying, it's you have a sump pump, the sump pump stopped working, and then poof goes the whole basement. Right. So it's houses and others.
Yeah, could be the condos that are on the first floor where you have, like you said, duplex down. Yeah, those can also be affected.
What any other optional policies do you have in
So there is also an endorsement for sewer line. Okay. That covers your underground pipes in the house. Could be your sewer line, your power line that could be damaged by corrosion or by a tree root that grew through your sewer line. Okay. And to fix or replace those could become very costly. So that's an endorsement that it's available on some policies. So some companies offer it, some don't offer it. So just check with your insurance agent, see if that's included in your policy, or if you have the option to purchase that. It's really inexpensive. It's maybe like $20 a year, but it could save you a lot of money if something happens.
Okay, that's good to know. I know that people are worried when they move to a new house. The furnace is only 5 years old, but what if it stops working, or the fridge or the dishwasher? Not all the time. They're new. They're newer, but not really new. What do you have for that?
Well, even if they're brand new, this coverage actually protects for that too, because it's equipment breakdown. Okay. So those major appliances, heating unit, AC unit, if they get damaged because of mechanical failure or electrical failure, or basically, it's that wear and tear. So if they're old and they break because they're old, they're not covered. It's like you have to buy new stuff.
You should buy new stuff.
Right. So it's wear and tear, so that's not covered. But if it gets damaged because of anything else, like accidental, sudden things, then this endorsement would cover up to $100,000 to replace, because it could be like a power outage that all your appliances could break. Okay. Yeah.
Especially most of the thing, a furnace is not cheap.
Furnace is one of the most expensive, so just for that alone, it's worth to have it.
Yeah. Perfect. Adriana, I think we covered a lot of things here today, and I'm sure you have a lot of questions now. So please, reach out to Adriana. She's here in Skokie, but like I said, she covers a big chunk in Illinois. And so she'll be able to help you with whatever coverage and insurance you need and want, and even if you just have a question, please feel free. You have the information right here. So yeah, and if you have any question for me, also feel free to reach out. Adriana, thank you very much.
Thank you for coming, and thank you everyone for watching.
Yeah, I will see you soon in the next video.